Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about the power of letting go, the courage it takes to do so, and the happiness that waits on the other side. Letting go, it sounds simple, doesn't it? But we all know it isn't. We hold on to things we think define us. Our past mistakes, other people's judgments, the relationships that drained us, these are heavy weights we carry around. We hold on to them because they've become a part of us. But let me ask you, are they helping you or are they holding you back? There's an old story I love. A man was walking through the forest and saw a trapped monkey. How was it trapped? The monkey had its hand in a jar clutching a piece of fruit. The jar was just big enough for an empty hand to slip through, but too small for a fist holding onto the fruit. All the monkey had to do to be free was let go of the fruit. But it wouldn't. It couldn't. And because of that, it stayed stuck. Friends, sometimes we're that monkey. Sometimes we're clinging so tightly to our grudges, our failures, our disappointments, that we miss the opportunity to step into a new, brighter reality. We think letting go means giving up, but it's not. Letting go is a form of strength. It's an act of choosing what we're willing to carry forward and what we're willing to leave behind. It's the past that often keeps us from finding joy in the present. The failures, the heartbreaks, the should've, could've, would've. The truth is, we don't get a redo. Life doesn't give us the privilege of rewriting yesterday, but it gives us an incredible opportunity, the chance to live fully right now. And if you've been hurt, if life has knocked you down a few times, if you've had people walk away or dreams that didn't pan out, I want to tell you this: you have the power to rise above. You have the choice, the strength, and the will to leave that pain behind. The moment we stop carrying those burdens, we create room for joy, for love, and for opportunities we haven't even imagined yet. We make space for happiness to settle in our hearts. So today I urge you to take a deep breath. Imagine all those things you're holding on to, all those doubts, all those fears, the regrets. See them in your hands. And let them go. Release them with the faith that you are stronger and freer without them. Every day you hold on, you're robbing yourself of the happiness you deserve. And every day you let go, you become stronger, lighter, happier. Because happiness isn't waiting for you at the end of the road, it's waiting for you right now. Happiness is on the other side of letting go. We often believe that holding on to certain aspects of our lives makes us strong. We clutch tightly to our past experiences, memories, and especially to our mistakes, as if they are essential parts of our identity. We keep replaying painful situations in our minds, reliving hurtful words, and rehashing mistakes, as though doing so will somehow change what happened. In reality, this act of holding on is not a strength, it's a weight, a burden that holds us back and prevents us from moving forward with freedom and purpose. True strength lies not in the act of holding on to the past, but in the courage it takes to release it. The things we hold on to, especially the painful memories, are often tied to our desire for control. We feel that if we keep our mistakes close, we'll avoid repeating them. If we cling to painful memories, we'll guard ourselves against future hurt. We convince ourselves that this behavior is protective, but it actually does the opposite. Rather than empowering us, holding on to these burdens drains us. We carry old wounds around, and in doing so, we prevent new and positive experiences from entering our lives. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring or denying that these experiences happen. It means acknowledging them, learning from them, and then setting them down. When we do this, we gain a sense of freedom and a new kind of strength to move forward, unburdened by the chains of the past. Letting go is an act of courage because it asks us to trust in ourselves. When we choose to release our painful memories or failures, we're saying, I trust that I am strong enough without holding on to these. This takes more strength than people often realize. Many of us have built our lives around what we've been through. Our experiences, both good and bad, shape us and influence our sense of self. Letting go means we're willing to shed the layers of self-protection we built and face the unknown. We may fear that if we let go, we'll lose parts of ourselves, but the truth is that we only lose the parts that have been weighing us down. Consider for a moment what it feels like to carry physical weight for too long. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack day in and day out. At first you adjust, and over time you may even forget the weight is there, thinking it's just a part of who you are. But what would happen if you set it down? You'd feel lighter, stronger, and more energized, right? This is exactly what happens when we let go emotionally. We may have become used to carrying our pain, but once we release it, we realize how much more we can experience and achieve without it. That act of letting go is not a loss. It's a gain of new possibilities, fresh energy, and even a renewed sense of purpose. People sometimes fear that letting go means giving up or giving in, but letting go is not about giving up. It's about consciously choosing what we carry forward with us and what we leave behind. It is an empowered decision, a choice made from a place of self-respect and self-care. We wouldn't continue carrying something that has no benefit to us, so why continue carrying emotional baggage that only serves to weigh us down? Releasing these burdens allows us to move through life with open hands, ready to embrace new experiences, people, and opportunities. Letting go also helps us open ourselves to happiness and personal growth. As long as we're holding on to what's hurt us, our hands aren't open to receive the good things that life has to offer. The more space we free up, the more room we make for joy, love, and peace. We become more present, more in tune with what truly matters, and less affected by things beyond our control. Happiness isn't something we chase, it's something that naturally fills the spaces we create by letting go. Ultimately, letting go is about faith in ourselves, faith in life, and faith in the unknown. It takes courage to set down our past, especially when it's all we've aimed in life. Our past can become a powerful force, often much stronger than we may consciously recognize. It's fascinating how memories, experiences, and unresolved emotions from our past can shape the way we perceive the world today. We all carry around stories that shape us, past successes, failures, heartbreaks, moments of joy, and moments of pain. These stories make us who we are, and while they provide valuable lessons, they can also hold us back when they are riddled with unresolved hurt or regret. Too often we find ourselves unable to fully enjoy the present because we're still tangled up in the web of what once was. The weight of yesterday's mistakes, misfortunes, and missed opportunities can feel like an anchor, keeping us stuck in the past and unable to move forward freely. Think about it for a moment. Have you ever walked into a new situation, a new relationship, or a new job and realized that you're carrying with you the baggage of what went wrong before? Maybe it's fear rooted in a past failure, or maybe it's the pain of a past relationship that didn't end well. These experiences, while natural, can cloud our vision of the present moment, coloring everything we see with old shades of doubt and insecurity. When we approach new opportunities with these old burdens, we limit our ability to embrace what's truly happening now. We risk becoming more focused on protecting ourselves from the past repeating itself than on opening ourselves up to the present and future's possibilities. A common example is how fear of rejection or failure can affect us. Perhaps we tried something once and failed, and the sting of that failure still lingers. Now, when a similar opportunity arises, we hesitate. We overanalyze, hold back, and sometimes even talk ourselves out of it altogether. Why? Because the fear of experiencing that pain again has taken over. This reaction is human. It's part of how we're wired for self-preservation. But what happens when this fear prevents us from seizing a new chance at success, love, or happiness? We end up missing out on things that could add great joy and meaning to our lives simply because we're unable to let go of the past. The problem isn't having a past or even remembering it. The problem arises when we live in the past rather than learning from it. Our memories and experiences are valuable teachers, but when we allow them to become shackles, they transform from lessons into limitations. Imagine walking down a path with a heavy bag full of rocks. Those rocks are your past experiences, and if you never stop to lighten the load, you'll find yourself moving more slowly, getting tired more quickly, and eventually giving up on the journey altogether. By holding on so tightly to these rocks, we restrict our capacity to appreciate new experiences and limit our potential for growth and happiness. Letting go is not about forgetting what happened. Rather, it's about choosing to be free from the emotional weight those memories hold over us. Imagine how much lighter you'd feel without constantly being pulled back by old regrets or fears. Imagine waking up and facing a new day with fresh eyes, unclouded by yesterday's storms. It's not easy, of course. Letting go requires acknowledging past pain and then making a conscious choice to move beyond it. It's about creating emotional distance so that you can see things as they are, not as they were. This doesn't mean we abandon the lessons our past has taught us. Far from it. Those lessons have tremendous value. They give us wisdom, resilience, and insight. But once we've learned from them, we don't need to keep reliving them. We can keep the wisdom and let go of the pain. When we do, we make room in our lives for new experiences, new happiness, and new successes. The present moment is full of potential. But if we're constantly distracted by memories and emotions that no longer serve us, we can never fully tap into it. Letting go of the past enables us to experience the present with fresh perspective and open hearts. By choosing to release the burdens of yesterday, we allow ourselves to embrace what life has to offer today. This shift empowers us to engage with the present fully, to find joy and meaning in the here and now, and to create a life that feels rich and fulfilling. The past may have shaped us, but it doesn't have to define us. By letting go, we allow ourselves to be free to pursue new dreams, love with an open heart, and approach life with the courage to live fully in the present moment. Letting go can be one of the most challenging acts, yet it holds the key to discovering true happiness. When we release the burdens of the past, we create space for joy, love, and opportunities we might never have anticipated. It's often said that happiness isn't something to be found at the end of a journey, but rather something we cultivate along the way. Yet to experience this happiness, we must be willing to open ourselves up, to let go of what no longer serves us, and to make room for the unknown possibilities that lie ahead. In conclusion, letting go is an act of strength and love toward ourselves. When we release the burdens of the past, we're not abandoning who we are, but freeing ourselves to live fully and openly in the present. By letting go of regrets, grudges, and fears, we create space for new opportunities, true happiness, and inner peace. We stop letting past mistakes and disappointments weigh us down and instead embrace the possibility of joy that exists in every moment. Happiness isn't somewhere in the distance, it's here right now waiting for us to make room for it. So take a deep breath, acknowledge the past, and let it go. Step into today with an open heart and an unburdened spirit. Embrace the freedom and lightness of a life unchained, where happiness can finally take root and flourish within you.